Lesson 2. On not answering the telephone. William Plomer. Introduction. William Plomer, essayist, fictionist, librettist, and biographer, was born in South Africa in 1903 and was educated there and in England. His best-known works include Turbot Wolf, museum pieces, both novels, collected poems, and an autobiography, Double Lives. He is credited with the discovery and edition of Kilward's Diary, a minor classic. Contents. Introduction. On Not Answering the Telephone is a delightful essay by William Plomer. In it, he expresses his dislike of owning a phone or using a public phone and discusses the inconveniences in having a telephone of one's own or speaking in a public phone. He also reveals his aversion towards cars and typewriters. Reactions of people towards people without telephones. The author has no telephone. Somebody takes it for granted that he has a telephone. Some people feel that the author must have a telephone. Some people wonder how the author carries on without a telephone and feel envious of him. 2 reasons for not having a telephone. There are 2 reasons for the author not having a telephone. Firstly, he does not really like the phone because he can still manage without it. Secondly, he can't like the phone because he considers it a pest. Waiting for an expected call that never comes, or irritating delay due to engaged tone creates unnecessary suspense and anxiety. Dislike of using a public telephone box. The author reveals his dislike of using a public phone. Speaking in a public telephone box is really horrible. A person is in a hurry to speak but he finds other people waiting before him. Once inside the box, he feels suffocated in an ill-ventilated box. While halfway through his conversation, he has to face the cold looks of someone waiting to take his place. Inconveniences in having a telephone in one's own house. The telephone at a person's house rings at odd hours. The person can ignore it but he may not. He may suppose that somebody has an important message for him. He may rush dripping from the bath or chewing from the table or dazed from the bed only to be told that his is a wrong number. If he does not answer it, it goes on ringing in the privacy of his own hours. Some people may answer the call, saying hello. It is, indeed, absurd to say hello, or to give out their number or name to a total stranger. Even if a person does not give out his number, it can be found in the telephone directory. He may feel it important to have a telephone in case of sudden emergency. In that case, he can avoid having his number printed in the telephone, or he can have a telephone usable only for outgoing calls. The author's avoidance of 3 things. It is said that a person must have a telephone or a typewriter. A conversation over the phone avoids the exchange of letters. In the absence of a telephone, it is advisable to have a typewriter because he has to write a number of letters. The author disagrees. He had a typewriter at the beginning, but now he does not enjoy typing. He has no use even for a car. In the past, he had a car, but now he has no temptation to arrive a car. He may be called an escapist, a tank, a simple lifer in this age of machines. It is a matter of preference, not principle, to do without a telephone, a typewriter, and a car. They are all machines, but the author does not want to be dominated by machines. He does not like oiling, cleaning, or mending them. Conclusion. What is necessary to others need not be so for the author. The English people pay particular attention to two things. One is mechanical invention. The other is literature. The author's own business happens to be with the use of words. The essay ends on an ironic note. With all his aversion to telephone, he can't help answering a call when somebody is waiting to speak to him on the telephone. The essay is written in a conversational style which makes it readable and enjoyable. Summary. The author has no telephone. He does not really like the phone because he can still manage without it. He can't like the phone because he regards it as a pest. The author reveals his dislike of using a public phone. It is horrible to speak in a public telephone box. He finds people waiting before him, or he has to face the cold looks of someone waiting to take his place. There are inconveniences in having a telephone in one's own house. It rings at odd hours. He can ignore it, but he may not. On rushing from the bath or the bed, he is told that his is a wrong number. If he does not answer it, it goes on ringing in the privacy of his own house. The author has no typewriter or car. At the beginning, he had a typewriter and a car. Now he does not enjoy typing. He has no temptation to drive a car. They are all machines. He does not like cleaning or oiling or mending them. He does not want to be dominated by them. What is necessary to others need not be so to the author. Supplementary materials. What experience did Plomer have with car driving? Plomer obtained his first driving license in South Africa at the age of 17, after having been taught to drive in the rush hours in the middle of the busy city of Johannesburg. His sole idea was to reach places quickly as possible. He, therefore, drove fast. Within a week or two, the speedometer was broken. He never had it mended. He was not a reckless driver. He never lost control of the car. He never killed or injured anybody. But he was bored. He preferred to walk. He had no temptation to drive a car. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe and share.